It's Cinemassacre's Monster Madness around the world. Today's stop on our horror tour is the Netherlands. There's been plenty of Dutch horror like Human Centipede and Amsterdamned. Yeah, it's a good one. So there's all different kinds. But today's flick is The Lift from '83. It centers around a lift, or elevator, in an office building that has some technical problems. The first thing that happens is a bunch of people get trapped in it and nearly suffocate. Next, the doors open, but the lift is on the wrong floor, and a blind man steps in and falls down the shaft and dies. So far, all this is realistic enough and fucking terrifying. But next, somebody gets their head stuck in the door and the lift decapitates him. Okay, now it's starting to get silly. And soon enough, it becomes apparent that the lift has a mind of its own and is deliberately murdering people. Okay, a killer elevator. I think a simple elevator malfunctioning is scary enough. I've actually been trapped in one 3 times before, and that's why I always take the fucking stairs and get the exercise bonus.
Power up!
Even in the 2010 M. Night Shyamalan film Devil, they still couldn't stick to the simple premise of people trapped. They had to make it about the fucking devil.
The whores, the liars, the cheats, and the deserters, it's always the same thing. You know who I am now.
There doesn't always need to be a supernatural aspect. Remember that movie Frozen? And I mean the 2010 horror film that was called Frozen, before Disney took that name and slam dunked the shit out of it. Anyway, it was about people trapped on a ski lift. That's all the premise you needed. The ski lift didn't need to turn evil or anything. And that's what made it scary, because it could happen in real life. But in The Lift, even though they went the supernatural silly route, it's still pretty fun. The main character is Felix, a technician who comes in to fix the elevator. So basically, he's Fix-It Felix.
Why do I fix everything I touch?
But he can't find anything wrong with it, yet more mysterious deaths keep happening, and they just keep getting weirder. The film is surprisingly good at creating tense situations and relationships with the main character. His wife thinks he's cheating on him because he's always leaving the house to work on that damn elevator, to the point where it becomes an obsession. Even his boss fires him, so he has to go in undercover. And then it becomes a full investigation to find out the shady operations of the company. There's always a shady company. The final confrontation, when Felix tries to shut down the lift, is shot very well, with claustrophobic shots, creating nervous suspense. It's a little bit like the scene in 2001, A Space Odyssey, when David has to move around through all the corridors of the ship to shut down the computer HAL. It's the classic tale of humans trying to defeat the machines of their own invention, and to rise above their technology and evolve to their higher state. Also, with all these shots of Felix climbing around in elevator shafts, I can't help but think of Die Hard. His character reminds me of John McClane, climbing through every secret nook of that whole building, and being the fearless hero despite everyone telling him to stop what he's doing.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
Another unintentionally humorous aspect of the film is how often you see an exterior shot of the building. It's at the beginning of almost every scene, as if to constantly remind you where the action takes place. It could be a drinking game, and I counted about 9, but it's possible I missed some. And they even have a picture of the building on the wall. Okay, that has to be a joke. Who has a picture of their building inside the building? It also appears on the newspaper. This building is everywhere. It's great. I want it on a shirt. Anyway, I had a lot of fun with this movie. Worth noting, it was remade for US audiences in 2001 under the name The Shaft, also known as Down. It was even by the same director, Dick Maas, or Mass. Yeah, The Shaft, by Dick Maas.